After finishing the 2011 season among the bottom of the Big 12 Conference in the defensive standings and missing a bowl game for the first time in 12 years, there's no surprise a heavy emphasis was placed on that side of the ball during this year's signing class. All in all, 26 athletes from coast to coast inked their letters of intent to be Red Raiders, ranking the 2012 class the 20th best in the nation by ESPN.com.
We've made progress. We'll be a better football team because these guys that we've signed, they're good players and they're also good citizens. That's what's important.
When Coach Tuberville got here, his big thing was, find guys with good character. Those guys won't quit on you, and I think we found those with those three guys. JJ, in last weekend's state meet, not state meet, but powerlifting meet, he squatted 755 pounds. Well, the state record's 800. So right now he's shooting for the state record and feels like he's got a great shot at it. So we got a guy that's very, very strong coming in here that's weighing 285 pounds at 6'2", 2.5 pounds, 6'2", 6'3", and 285 pounds. Well, there's a guy that can hold the point for us maybe early. He's already got that strength level.
We went to camp this summer and Anthony Smith was at camp and he was 305 pounds and he ran a 4.840 and he, his vertical of over 35 feet, over 35 inches, and we were like, wow. He's very explosive and he's a very powerful guy, conductor basketball, and we're very fortunate to get him, and especially the way he runs, and that's really exciting. Then we talk about a guy like Michael Starks. Everybody in the country, we beat everybody in the country on him. He's a great player. He's a strong side defensive end. He can take on that offensive tackle, and he can play against the run, and he also can rush the passer.
Linemen have to have that tenacity to them in terms of work ethic coming out of high school because it's hard to teach that. So I think we've got some good guys in that area.
Looking for speed. We're looking for guys that got great hips, that can run, turn, and move.
There's other guys like Keenan Ward, who's played on the offensive side of the ball that could play defense. Newbold is a taller type of guy that we're not used to here in the secondary, especially at corner. We signed a couple of junior college guys that will play on the defensive side of the ball, mainly at linebacker because we're so short at linebacker here, as most people noticed last year playing. But we had to have more speed. We had to have more depth on the defensive side of the ball. That's one reason I went junior college route. But it's also a reason we went the taller route in terms of defensive backs where they could play possibly corner, safety, or maybe even linebacker. It helped us last year having 6-7 weeks of off-season after spring practice. We were lucky with the weather last year. We've got to get a lot done. Several new coaches on the defensive side of the ball.
I want you to watch this, and after today, you should be able to do this stuff.
We're going to need some continuity, but the biggest thing that we need to get back in and get these guys learning what we need to do in terms of off-season work, weight work, and on the practice field at the same time.
Low, too high, get out of it.
We didn't do well last year, and I want us to step out there and get this thing fixed. And Coach Tuberville got it set up where we're gonna have a pretty good season next year. I'm excited. I can't wait. To sit home and not be able to go to a bowl and watch everybody else play. A couple of teams that we should have beat. It's a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm excited to get into this round.
Tommy Tuberville's defense most definitely receiving some great additions. However, with key losses to injury and graduation, Neil Brown addressing several important positions on the offensive side of the ball with guys that can make an immediate impact come September.
We look for athletes, no matter what position that they play. Most of the time, and I coached high school ball before, you put your best athletes at running back or quarterback, some at wide receiver now with the spread offenses. So we go after speed, athletic ability, guys that compete, guys that make a difference in a game.
Dominique was, in our opinion, the best athlete in the state of Texas, and we're very excited about him. Reginald Davis, in our opinion, was the best athlete that played in the state championship run in those 3 days in Cowboy Stadium. So those are some guys that we're excited about and ready to get here. Also, Javon Bell gets here from junior college, who, in our opinion, was in our ranking was the #1 junior college prospect in the country. So very fortunate to have him here. He's already here, already working out with us, and looking for big things this spring with him. Casey Gladney, we've got Dominique Wheeler, we've got Keenan Ward, and we've got Reginald Davis, who played quarterback, as Keenan did. We've got several athletes that we're gonna evaluate. We're gonna see where they plug in, where they go.
Fortenberry, being a junior college player, he can help immediately. He's here on campus as we speak. I very seldom sign a lineman from a junior college, offense or defense, that can't come in and go through spring. If you sign them in May and they're only here in the summer, doesn't give them enough time to get in shape, learn work ethic and those things. So Fortenberry is going to be a good substitute in terms of a guy that can maybe give us a backup, possibly be a starter. And then Trey Keenan is a very good athlete. I don't know whether he'll play the first year. He says he can. I've heard that before from kids, but he'll be at least a 3, possibly a 4-year letterman here as an offensive lineman. And he has that dirty, hard-nosed mentality as you normally you look for on defensive line, but he has that on the offensive side. And that's what we're looking for. We need to get tougher and meaner on that side on the offensive line.
We need some guys that come in that are ready physically to come in and make an impact. Typically we want to have 5 outside receivers travel, maybe one more if he's going to help some on special teams. We've got 5 going through spring ball right now. At our Z position right now, working that's going to start day 1 will be Javon Bell and Darren Moore, not particularly in that order. We've got Eric Ward, we've got Marcus Kennard, and we've got Derek Edwards working at the X position. So we've got 5 guys that bring a lot more speed than we've had, and that's what we've been missing. We need guys that come in and be explosive, guys that can take a ball, a hitch route, break a tackle, and take it the distance. We haven't had that in a while. Shorten drives. Less mistakes happen when you shorten drives. That's what we're going to try to do.
The biggest thing that we need to get back in and get these guys learning what we need to do in terms of off-season work, weight work, and on the practice field at the same time. So it's going to be a hard spring for our players. I've already told them that. I think they already understand we're getting ready to turn the notch up a little bit, but they're fired up. They want to get back to their winning ways, and we'll do that.